closed. But I want to tell you that he said, I am the door, and he can open doors that I need somebody to help me in here, that no man can close. Give somebody a high five and tell them, somebody shut a door on me. But I thank God that he opened a door. You see, there are some doors that you ought to thank God that he closed. Oh, help me preach. See, you got out of that relationship with that no good boy. You got out of that relationship with that sneaky woman, and you ought to thank God that he don't get mad, don't get upset, don't cry, don't weep, don't wallow in self-pity. You better thank God that he shut that door, because if he never shut a door, you would never see the other door that he already had prepared for you. So when he shut one door, he can open up another one where nobody can close. Anybody in here know that your application got pushed up to the front? Anybody know you didn't even have the education that you should have, but you got that position, you got that job, you got that house, and your credit was bad? It was because he said, I am the door. Give somebody a high five and tell them he'll open doors. He'll open doors. I am. Not only did he say, I am the door, I got to get through this. He said, I am the good shepherd, suggesting to me some bad ones. Can I get a witness in here? Look at somebody and tell them, stop staying up all night. Let the shepherd stay up. Wait a minute, you need to shake them like you're crazy. Tell them, get some sleep. See, the shepherd neither slumbers nor do he sleep. And he's a good shepherd, so he will provide for you. Not only will he provide for you, he will protect you. Can I get a witness in here? He will oversee you. That's why David had enough sense, yet he was a shepherd, but he put himself in the position of a sheep and said in the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is mine. Oh, wait a minute. You need to encourage somebody right now next to you and tell them the Lord is mine. Shepherd, I shall not want. In other words, I shall not be in need. Now give somebody a high five and tell them, when you get down to your last dime, give it to the shepherd. When the light bill due, the gas bill due, the baby need a pair of shoes, give it to the shepherd. Anybody in here know that when you talk to the shepherd know the pastures, he know the areas that are plush and that are green. He said, I am the good shepherd. Then finally he said that I am the resurrection and the life. Now Jesus often visited a town called Bethany. And there in Bethany, there lived Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. Jesus would often go to the home for rest and relaxation. Jesus would go over to Mary, Martha, and Lazarus' house just to chill out and have good conversation. Anybody in here every now and then you just want to have good conversation? You know, you got some folk, oh praise the Lord, God bless you. You know the Lord did that. Every now and then I know that, but sometimes I just want to have a good conversation. Can I get a witness in here? He would go to that house, brothers and sisters, and dine. And he would go there to sit down, brothers and sisters, to get away from the hustle and bustle and the task of teaching and giving discourse. And so, brothers and sisters, I want to ask you the question. If Jesus would come to your house, what would he find? Oh, you're just shouting back at me, you're quiet. I guess he will find a liquor bottle somewhere. I guess he will find some little bud somewhere hiding under your mattress. I guess he would find a Hustler magazine somewhere. He might find, if he turn on the computer, y'all help me here. I wonder if he would go to your house, would he find you arguing? I wonder if he would go to your house, what would he find? Can Jesus go to your house and feel comfortable? You see, if you let Jesus come in your house, Sister Shirley, he'll turn your house into a home. Can I get a witness? Because so many folk just have houses, but you don't have a home. But if you allow Jesus to come in your house and get in between the husband and the wife, he'll bring peace. he'll turn that sour marriage into a sweet one. Well, look at somebody and tell them, I don't know how you feel, but I want Jesus to come to my house. Not only to the physical house, but you need to let him in. Put your hand on yourself and tell him you need to let him in your house. So Jesus would go over to Mary and Martha and Lazarus' house. But on one occasion, he went away, but he received the news, but preachers, that Lazarus was sick. Now watch this. The one whom thou lovest is sick. Now, brothers, I want you to understand that the Lord loves you. Look at somebody and tell them the Lord loves you, but the problem is you don't love yourself. Look at somebody and tell them if you want somebody else to love you, you got to love yourself. Can I get a witness in there? Put your hand on yourself. You tell them take it or leave it. I love me. Even with my bald head, I love me. Can I get a witness in here? Now, I don't trust all the me's in me, but I love me. And I want you to understand, brothers and sisters, that he loved you in spite of yourself. Can I get a witness in here? He loved you not because of, but in spite of. The one who you loveth is sick. They had sent word to Jesus, but then Jesus delayed his coming. He waited for a few days. I don't know why he waited, but he waited for 4 days. Look at somebody and tell them, sometime when you send for Jesus, it looked like he's on a coffee break. It looked like he went on a vacation. It looked like he's absent. It looked like he's nowhere to be found when it hurts. Can I get a witness in here? Anybody ever been there when you sent for Jesus, when you called for Jesus? It looked like Jesus was a long distance away. And so, brothers and sisters, Jesus had a plan. He had a purpose for being away. But then finally he told his disciples, and I got to jet up out of here so I can let you go home and eat, that we must go now back to the place where the one whom I love is sick. But Jesus, don't go back there because they'll kill you. You heard. But you got to understand, brothers and sisters, that no matter what the danger is, no matter what the wickedness and the evil might be, Jesus is not afraid to go into places where there's opposition. He'll bring about confrontation and then triumph over it. Y'all ain't gonna help me in here. Give somebody a high five and tell them Jesus will come to where you at. Can I talk to somebody who ever been in trouble, who ever been in a situation and your back was up against the wall and you didn't know which way to turn and Jesus showed up? Well, you need to shake somebody here and they pretty frocks and what they wearing and shake them and tell them that no